Hi, everyone. I'm not going to ask you if you're doing well. I'm just honored that you're here, that you're spending this time with me. I thought that when I would announce that I'll be going to Israel this week, that people would respond, "You're crazy. You're nuts. Do you know what? It's a war zone. I've never been to a war zone. I have no idea what it's been like. I was not in Israel for any of the other times. I was there a little after the second intifada, but I was never there during the crisis where people are running to bomb shelters. I don't know what it's like. The outpouring of support that I've gotten over the past 24 hours has been some of the most heartwarming, beautiful, loving wishes that I could ever imagine. I realized that so many of us want to be there right now. We don't want to be experiencing this tragedy, this difficulty from afar. We want to be there in person. And so I'm going on your behalf. I know that it's hard for many of us to go. So I'm going for you. In return, so far, I'll be taking with me $4,922 US, which I will be distributing from my hand to the hands of those who need. If you can't contribute, this is not a request for you to contribute. I'm just telling you what I'm doing on your behalf. You can also do a mitzvah. And if you want, I'm happy to send you both, or either or both, the link to contribute, which is wonderful, or the link to do a mitzvah. Because besides for physical support, they need your spiritual support. They need your mitzvahs. They need your connection. And I'm happy to say that our community already has raised almost 1,500 mitzvahs. And the messages that have accompanied those mitzvahs have given me so much joy. I'm so proud to know you. I am so proud to hear from you. If you haven't reached out to me, my email is rabbi@jewishdg.com, RABBI at JewishNDG. N as in Nancy, D as in dog, and G as in Gary. They used to say no darn good, but we really call it never doubting God, NDG. So Jewish rabbi at JewishNDG.com. Send me a message. We're in this together. We're not alone. I've heard from people who are looking for guidance now, realizing that they don't have a rabbi or a spiritual leader to turn to. I know how difficult that is, to be alone and suffering and watching alone. I'm going to reiterate it, and I can't say it enough. If you're a person like me who gets very emotional when you see difficult images, please don't look. There's a lot of people who don't get emotional. I don't know who those people are, but I'm assuming there's some people in the world who don't get emotional from difficult images. No one needs you to see it. No one needs you to be watching your news on loop. What we need you to do is pray. What we need you to do is activate. Social media needs you in a very different way. Instead of scrolling, to be active, to represent. For every single person who is writing Free Palestine on random posts without even realizing what the post is, just going around and just spewing various informations. I wanted to say, I love everybody. I have nothing against. I think they're wonderful humans, and everyone is allowed to stand up for the cause. But it's a cause of Israel and what Israel is going through right now, we need people on the front lines. If you're not there in person, social media and media in general is just as important because public opinion, as you can see right now, almost all of the leaders of the free world are making emergency visits to Israel. This is not just a random thing that's going on, that's just affecting the Jewish people. This is affecting the world. And so the world and public opinion needs you to help shape that narrative. You don't know what to say? Well, I understand that a lot of us have never been in the situation. And maybe when you have a coworker or you have a friend or someone in one of your classes that's asking you questions, and you're like, I don't know what to say. It's true. Maybe they're right. We live in a wonderful world where you can make all of your own decisions, where you can actually get access to information. If you don't know where to get it, I'm going to help you. I'm going to start talking about it because we need to be able to defend Israel in social media, in the media. We need to be able to defend Israel to our friends, to our coworkers. This is a conversation that people are having around us. A lot of people, they don't know. It's not that they don't want to know. They do want to know. It's just never, it's not their issue. It's not their story. But for me and you, it is our story. And it's so important that we be able to share that. Now, if you want an in-depth look, starting next Wednesday, October 25th, whether you're in person in Montreal or you want to do it on Zoom, we're going to have both options. We are starting a course called Your Israel. You know that I'm biased for love and I'm biased for humanity. That's about the best bias that I can give you. But everything is a bit biased. But I'm going to try to be as balanced as possible. I want to show you all the different sides. When I watch the news, when I want to know what's going on, I don't look at those news sources that probably will make me feel good and I'll agree with. I want to look at the news sources that I don't agree with, understand another person's opinion. The best way to live in the world is always understand another's opinion. And so through this course, myself and Rabbi Yosh Berkowitz, and we're going to have some other guests as well, we're going to take you through a lot of the backs and forths, the talking points, things that are important to know. And we're hoping, we're going to cram it into 6 weeks. And we're hoping through these 6 weeks, Wednesday evenings, and if you can't make it in person, it'll be recorded. No big deal. That we'll be able to share with you a narrative that is going to make you the smartest person in the room when you're having a conversation about Israel. I want you to be there. I want you to be there because we, the Jewish people, need an army of intelligent, free-thinking, educated humans that can fight the fight with love, with compassion, with humanity. It doesn't work. When you talk at people, it's not going to help anything. You're going to talk over their heads. You're going to talk past them. Every opinion matters. But what I want you to have is at least the education, the care, the love, the concern. And so I'm encouraging you to join that. If you don't have a link, the link is really simple to sign up for it. It's www.jewishdg. It's that same website. That's our community website, jewishdg.com/yourisrael. So it's jewishdg.com/yourisrael. Sign up there. Be part of it. What else? I'm just really blown away. I'm really, really blown away by the love and the support. I'm in the middle of putting together my trip. give you an idea of some of the places that I'm going to be going. I'm trying, right now, because it's very hard for me to do some of the things I wanted to do because all the leaders of the free world decided to come to Israel. And I know this is really important, but I'm also important. No, I'm not. I'm not that important. I'm not as important as them. So I'm definitely gonna be spending time, obviously, on the logistics, and I have to deal with that. But besides for that, going to the Shomer Hospital. Some of you probably know it well. There's a lot of wounded soldiers. There's a lot of people who are there that were wounded in the terror attacks this week. I'm going to visit them on your behalf. I'm going to share your words of comfort. If you have particular words, and if you have cards, if you have anything, if your kids want to make cards, send them to me. Send me a picture of them. I'll print them out and I'll take them with me. If you can't bring it to me in person, I want to bring your love and your support for these innocent people who are just fighting for their lives, some of them. I'm going to be there. I'm going to go to the Shura Center, the Center for Wounded Soldiers. These soldiers never asked for this war. Believe me, they don't want to be there. Right now, they have no choice. And if you don't understand what that means, I'm going to talk about that. Why I'm saying that, because maybe you're going to say, well, everyone has a choice. There are some times that there are choices, and there are some times, and the Torah talks about this, where there are wars that are necessity. This is one that's a necessity. As Golda Meir once said, as Joe Biden said last week in his speech, we have no other choice. We have no place to go. I'm planning on going to 3 different army bases that I have confirmed so far. I'm going to go to Sderot. As difficult as it is, I'm a little worried about being where Sderot is an area that has been bombed more than any other place. So pray for me. While I'm there, not far from there, is the Soroka Hospital in Beer Sheva. The Soroka Hospital in Beer Sheva is the largest hospital in the South, and I would say that majority of the people who were terribly wounded primarily last Saturday, and they're there, and I'm going to go visit them. And again, I want to take your love with me. I'm going to be going to homes of people who are mourning the loss of their loved ones. I'm going to go to homes of families who are waiting to hear news about their loved ones who have been taken hostage. And I'm still continuing and working on more elements of this trip. Again, this is a trip of love, trip of comfort. And for every single one of you who has dedicated a mitzvah or dedicated money, if I'm taking your mitzvah with me, if I'm taking your card with me, if I'm taking your money with me, whatever I'm taking with me, I have a special WhatsApp group. It's going to be a private WhatsApp group where I'm going to try to post as much as I can from the ground. If you've already given me something and you're not part of that group, please reach out to me and tell me, Rabbi, why am I not part of the group? Come on, who do you think I am? I need to be part of this group. Yes, you do. I want to take you with me. Obviously, there's going to be some places I'll be. They're not going to let me video. But then I'll have to just tell you the story like I'm telling you, if I'm allowed. We had to get clearance for certain places. So maybe I won't be allowed, but I'm going to try. I really want to take you with me along this journey as much as possible. And the way that you can be there. I mean, some things I'll be posting publicly, like these things, but most of it I'm not going to be posting publicly. It's only going to be available for those people who are sharing this with me. In order to be part of this WhatsApp group, you have to either have given me money to take, a mitzvah to take, or a card or some of your love to take with me, a message, something that I can take with me on your behalf. With that, I want to just say that during this time, we could see who our friends are. Those who are silent, that's also a statement. Those who are vocal, that's the time. There's so many people. I can tell you, you can go back and look at my social media during the Black Lives Matter movement and how much I posted. We care about humans. We care about human suffering. I wish that so many people who came out, I mean, I remember going through my social media feed and all I saw were those muted. Remember the muted, the black muted? I saw hundreds of them. My wish is that I can go through my social media feed tomorrow and see hundreds of messages of support for the innocent victims, for the Israelis, for what's going on. That's my wish. My wish is that during our time of need, that the good people of the world will come to our aid. Words are powerful. Actions are more powerful, but words are also powerful. We need to fight this battle. And Hashem should bless each and every one of us, that we should continue fighting the good fight, because that's part of our purpose in this world, is to fight that fight. I will continue posting as much as I can. If you haven't been able to see some of my posts on social media, on my Facebook page, that's probably the best place. I'm posting there most often. It's Rabbi Yisroel Bernath on Facebook. Join me, and together we are going to fight the fight. Hashem will see this. Hashem will send blessings for peace, absolute peace. Nobody wants any of this. We want it to be over. And then we want to be able to talk about things that we're going to celebrate. I can't wait to celebrate with you when it's all over. It should be over immediately and speedily. Have a wonderful day. We're going to speak soon. To be continued.